5, 6, 7. It's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh,
we invite you to join us as we have a therapeutic conversation for queer women of color when they find that the life script is not enough.
It's going to be every other week. We're going to bring our real, authentic take on life, liberty, and finding happiness. It's a message, but it's okay.
And if you vibe, we tribe.
Oh, it's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh, it's a message. Oh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We are on episode 14, and we are so excited about this episode. It's a fun one, and we hope you enjoy it. What is our title, Reno? What did we title this episode?
Okay, so this episode we're bringing to you Mo Money, No Problems. If money wasn't an object, who would you be?
Who would you be? Yes. Okay.
Oh, I'm doing the intro now? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, here we are again. Hello, everybody, episode 14.
Yes.
This time we are talking money and how much it would take to have the life of our dreams. I think right now, everybody is thinking about having more money and what that could do for us, what doors it could open, opportunities and freedoms it could grant. But is it really the answer? And that led us to thinking if money wasn't an object, then who would we be?
That's a really great question, and I'm glad that we decided to delve into it. But before we get into that, we need to ask about our mess. So, Rena, tell the good people, tell me, what's your message? How have you been since the last time that we had an episode?
I think I'm a lot more calmer than I was last time.
Oh,
I think I've had some time to sit and just kind of reflect and just kind of let some energy, let feelings and things kind of just roll off of me. So I really, things have been pretty chill. I've been trying not to ride myself too hard. Just trying to be a little bit more, how do I put it? Just to worry less.
that's dope.
Like I'm trying not to bother me as much as I normally do. You know,
Nice.
I've been doing a lot of defining for myself of like what I believe and like, I cried into the heavens I'm like, I need faith. And then I kind of sat down and kind of came to an understanding of what faith is for me and what I believe. And I
Yeah,
think that's really kind of like set the tone for like just my mood right now. So, that's where I am now. I want to
that's
focus on
incredible.
that.
I love
Yeah, yeah.
that. Well, that's a beautiful mess. I like that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Life is a beautiful mess. What about you? What have you been dealing with?
Um, I think for me, it's just also allowing the universe to take care of me and being okay with that.
Right.
There was a situation that presented itself to me, and I told the universe, like, listen, I want to do this thing, but I feel uncomfortable financially. And then something happened where I got a big situation where like the money was just like there. And I was just like, all right, cool. I'm going to live a life that is unbound by financial fear and financial like uncomfortability because I work hard and I should enjoy some of the finer things in life, and I should enjoy like splurging a little, and I should enjoy like taking care of myself or enjoying myself. And I don't know, it's just kind of the same. I just had some understanding that I'm going to be taken care of. And it just kind of felt good to sit back and be at peace with that. And I was just like, I can do these things and not lose track of myself and not lose the hold of who I am as far as fiscally. But yeah, it presented itself to me, and I was just like, wow. Because I told the universe, like, look, I want to do this. I'm trying to learn how to live a different, more free life. I want to say less cautious, but that sounds like I'm being reckless, but I'm not. But I definitely want to be more free to enjoy like the things that life presents to me as offerings. And fear has held me back. And I just told the universe, look, I don't want to be afraid. I need you to show me that I'm gonna be okay. And then right after that, boom, a big tip. I was like, my God, that is really incredible. I was like, I can literally just ask for what I want. Like it was wild. Um, So that's my mess. Just really learning to trust the process, trust the universe, trust in my magic. That was
Right.
one of the things I had put on my vision board, and I am feeling more and more magical. My little brother actually told me that too. He said too. That's my nickname. He called me. He said, I'm starting to believe in my manifestation powers. I was like, you better say that, boy. But
Yeah.
I am too. Like I'm just like what I say can and will be, and just having that full belief in myself. It's just been incredible. It's been a journey. It's not just these last, couple weeks that we haven't talked to you guys, but it's been a process. But just this last couple weeks, it just keeps opening my eyes more and more, and I'm so grateful. So yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Like just not moving from like a position of lack. I've realized that
Mhm.
like, perception really it does a lot and I've been focusing so much on what I don't have instead of just like being thankful, just like you said, being
Yeah.
grateful,
Yeah.
for what I do have. And then when I focus on what I do have, I feel a lot better.
Mhm.
Like focus on the good. I feel like you put your energy on the good. I think they said like somebody said something and it was on Instagram, but I think it's probably one of those spiritual people on Instagram. They
Right.
were like, whether you water flowers or weeds, they're both gonna grow. It's all about what you put
Okay.
your energy into. So I was like,
Wow. That's
okay,
deep. That's deep, and that's so real. It's
right,
gonna grow regardless.
right. So I'm
That's
like,
like
okay, let me just go ahead and just water this good over
yeah.
here.
Yeah. They've said it in different ways too. I think there's one about the lion. They said there's two different lions in you or something like that. The one you feed is the
Mm.
one that gets stronger, or is it tiger? It's some kind of strong cat. Um,
A
in the
strong
analogy.
cat. When I think of strong cat, I think of like some dude in Chicago wearing like a fur coat in the middle of summer.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a strong cat
That's a
right there, like a
strong cat.
cane.
You know what I think of when I think of strong cat?
What? Who?
Carol Baskin.
I can't.
Killed her husband, whacked him. Boy,
Like,
yes, strong cats. Okay. Well, that's the end of the mess episode. That was really fun. I'm really glad. I'm really glad to hear that for you, Rena. Like I'm really happy and proud of you for having this breakthrough because you were struggling with the universe, and I am glad
because
for
I
you.
was fighting and I was
Yeah.
getting like drop kicked to the ground, and the
Yeah.
universe is like, stop. And I'm like, nah. And I'm just
I'm
gonna
keep on
keep swinging,
fighting.
but keep swinging, keep on fighting. They're like, why?
Get
It's kind
up.
of like when you're like a little kid and like that older person like puts their hand out on your forehead and you just swing
Still
it, swing it, swing
swinging.
it, swing it, and they're just like, I'm just gonna wait for you to tire yourself out because
Exactly. You're gonna tucker yourself right on out.
yeah, you're not making an impact. You're not. You're not. And that's when I got tired. I think that was it. I just got really tired and I just sat down. I said, all right,
You
I'm
got
listening.
I'm, I'm listening, universe. That's so funny. Okay. So back to the topic, which kind of plays into some some of what we were talking about in our mess a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
So if you guys remember, it's mo money, no problems. If money wasn't an object, who would you be? And all the various follow-up questions. So
Right, right.
Rena, do you want to go ahead and define that thing for us?
Yeah, because that's what we do. We define, we discuss impact, and then we head into coping and addressing all this info. So for me, I decided to kind of break down what money is. And I think that's important. So
Yeah.
to me, money is kind of like the currency that we all have like agreed upon to assess the value of something and facilitate an exchange of goods. That's what it is.
Okay.
What about you? What's money for you?
So money for me, when I think about money, I just think about freedom. I know I like to be like the very much so like um book definition, and I'll get to some of those a little later, but money for me is freedom. It's just the opportunity to do what you want. It allows for space and a vacation and health and knowledge. It just allows for things, and like Rena said, I do understand that it's a currency that's agreed upon, and I also think money's bullshit because it's fake. It's nothing. If we say it's nothing, we could
It's a
go back to
concept.
bartering and never need it, but basically you would still need money by having that freedom, to do as you will. So that's my definition of money.
Right, right. I think we're
Kind of on the same page.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure.
yeah, it's just something that we put in place to kind of organize how we allocate resources.
Right.
And then next, I broke down what it is to be. So for
Okay.
me, to be
Mhm.
is to be your authentic self, living in alignment with self and oneness, moving towards your purpose and what brings you peace and joy in life. So I guess the life you truly desire.
Yeah.
Now, what's your definition of be
Be,
or to be?
being, I mean, it's literally to exist. To
Okay,
be
that's.
is to, yeah, it's just, it's very simple this week. I am,
I know. I feel like we've
we
traded
switched.
places. It's
We
weird.
switched.
I don't know
We
if I
switched.
like it over here. No, I'm kidding.
I like it over here. I'm having a blast, just being very simple and free and fuck that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know. Never mind me. I'm high off of life right now. So, but no, I definitely think to be is just to exist and to inhabit the spirit and the space and the body that you've been given.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then next I'm gonna break down the kind of who I would be if I
Right.
had money. Like if money wasn't an object. Not if because I have money. I don't want to send anything out to the universe saying I don't have money. I have money, but I also don't come trying to rob me either because I ain't got money like that. Like
My
look,
God.
look,
You got enough to take care of yourself.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Um, so if I have money, who would I be? I don't really know. Like, I want to say that I'd be happy,
Yeah.
that I wouldn't have worries, that I'd be stress free, that I'd be able to pursue my heart's desires, that I'd be a writer, an artist, a musician, a photographer, a director, just a creative,
Yeah.
that I'd be healthy and in shape, that I'd have money, of course,
Right.
uh, that I'd be stable emotionally, physically, financially, and socially,
Okay.
um, and that most, if not all of my problems will go away. I want to say that,
Yeah.
but my gut tells me that I know otherwise.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I want to delve into that a little bit, but okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. What you wanna do?
I don't know. I'm thinking of like, why does your gut tell you otherwise? But that's kind of going into the impact, right? Is that did you delve into that a little bit in the impact? Because I'm curious as to why, because that seems like what most people would feel, that all their problems would go away if they do have money. So like, why is your gut telling you that like otherwise? Or is that the impact? Should we wait? Let's
I mean,
wait.
I think you want me. Okay.
Okay, wait, no,
Okay.
but do you want to say?
Um. No, I think I will talk about it. I think it
Okay.
will. We'll come back to it and the impact.
Okay. Okay, cool. So then I'll define it. What I took this this is something I've done a lot. It's thought about money, and like my mom used to ask this question all the time. So it was like, okay, if you won $1 million, what would you do? Stuff like that. So I've been thinking about this since I was a child, but also as an adult, I thought about it kind of extensively because like who doesn't fantasize about being filthy rich? Um, so I know for sure that I would be a philanthropist, which according to Google, and now I'm back on my side of things, giving y'all that real good definition. According to Google, a philanthropist is a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by generous donation of money to good causes. So
Yeah, you
now
could be that now. You could just, I got Cash App.
look at this. Okay, y'all. Look at this. Look, the Lord is blessing you right now. I'm just gonna send you $1 because God want me to bless you
What? You ain't
right
got like
now.
5. You got
No,
5.
the Lord didn't lay that on my heart.
Wow. I think you may want to think again, go recheck your heart, because God
That
told me something else.
no, it sounds like a threat. Okay, anyway, back to my definition, Rena. Okay, listen. So, that's what a philanthropist is according to Google, and I think that's where I would rest. And I don't think it would be good causes and like necessarily other people's causes. I think I would create a space for the good causes to receive the money. I guess let me just explain. So in my head, it looks like creating a small campus, maybe 100 acres or so, for my family and friends and other like-minded Black folks. That would be a safe space to enjoy life, this life that we have. So I visualize this place having the center having like a huge garden with the golden ratio, I see it being a self-sustaining place. So we sell water, or sorry, I said we sell. So we'll have like
Self-water.
water. We'll sell
I'm like,
water.
how do you not sound like the capitalist then, just selling shit we need?
Seriously. No, so we'll have water, like
Uh-huh.
well water or however we are able to do the collect rainwater or something. I don't know. We'll have solar panels and windmills for energy, a large garden that would feed everyone, and the excess from that garden being sold to other communities like ours or other like farmers markets and things like that. There's an orchard and a vineyard. And again, we'd use the profits from those to continue to thrive. It'd be like a self-sustaining thing where we're just able to like, our profits go back into us and all that kind of stuff. So on this campus, I see a medical facility that has an emphasis on the spirit and healing that is not only for our immediate community, but for our Black and brown brothers and family and friends and nation, or nationwide. And then, so I'd also like a space for homeless folks who may not want to come into the community for good. This is not maybe where they're coming to make a home, but they just need a place for space and a place to rest, to get on their feet. I also see a rehab facility that, again, focuses on healing the spirit and the mind. I see community game nights and movie nights. I see community gatherings and talking about likes and loves and joy and all manner of good things. Um, and I think so. The question that we kind of posed was like, who's waiting on this reality? And for one, I am. I'm waiting to be in a safe space to breathe a sigh of relief and just be free. And I think so many other people in the world who could use a refuge to just breathe and relax, and then experience uninhibited joy and peace and safety. So that's my definition of who I'd be if I was like, if money was no object and I just had it all and I could just do that. So I guess we'll go back to what you were saying. Your gut tells you that your dream of who you'd be, were you fiscally, free in that way, would not be who you actually were or who you actually are or something like that. So I guess this is now the impact you can tell us and then go into the other impact of things.
So I said that, my gut tells me like otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Not, and I don't say that to, I don't really, when I say that, I don't mean that it's telling me that I'm not going to be that. I guess I'm more referring to, like, I don't know if it's that simple. I don't know if money can do all of that alone.
I got you.
Like, do I really need money to do that? So,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess like for the impact section, like I kind of posed this question, like, what is the impact of the belief or the narrative that I have of who I would be if money weren't an object?
Okay.
So what am I telling myself about needing money,
Uh-huh.
or who I would be if I were to have money? Um, and when I asked myself that question, it made me realize, well, when I'm so focused on the money, it makes me think about not having it, like, or not having it in this abundant way that I feel like I should, to be able to have like all the opportunities and freedoms that you were talking about.
Yeah.
So it makes me it makes me think more about that which is out of reach, which doesn't exist yet,
Mm-hmm.
instead of really considering and relying upon what I do have. So
Yeah.
I think that's like the impact. I think, it's really easy to get caught up in this narrative of my life would be better, I would be better, things would be better. It would all be worth it if I, had or slash have money.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I say my gut tells me, there's more to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, I think, even though we have these narratives and we have these beliefs, and these fantasies about having money, we tell ourselves, if I had money growing up, this wouldn't have happened. My
Mm-hmm.
parents would have been able to do this. I would have been
Mm-hmm.
able to go to this school, get this education, become this person, eat these foods and all this. But then I'm like, it's not really even guaranteed.
Right.
Um, so I feel like money just always has me thinking in the past. It always makes me
Yeah.
think, if I had money, instead of like what I can do now.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't I don't think I really, because I'm so focused on like what money could have done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I spend enough time thinking of what money can do for me,
Okay.
or I don't think I spend a lot of time thinking about what I have now and using that, and
Yeah.
then how money could enhance that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think the impact of it is like because I'm always, replaying this reel of what has already happened, in lieu of creating something new and unseen, just kind of, I'm just always thinking about, well, if I had money back then, that's probably why I don't have money now, because I'm always thinking about not having it. And
Mm-hmm.
when you kind of throw that out into the universe doesn't hear, oh, you want, like, they don't, it doesn't hear like the negative of it. It just hears like, oh, you want money.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just always going to be in this pursuit of wanting money, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily having it.
I
Like
got
if I'm
you.
always thinking about how I want it instead of having it, I feel
Mm.
like that's the difference.
Yeah.
And then another piece to it, when I was thinking about like what money can do for me, and if I really need money to do what I need to do, I think about
Mm-hmm.
all the lottery winners whose lives have gone south after they win.
Yeah.
I think, money didn't make things like magically better for them in the long run. Like,
Right.
yeah, they were able to get like a house, car, go on a cruise, but their problems didn't go away.
Right.
And then I think about the wealthy people who like commit suicide or, have their own issues emotionally, even financially, when they lose their money or even while still having money.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that it doesn't erase like the emotions and the feelings and that work that you need to do to like kind of get in alignment. So all of that just led me to think about the reality of what money can do for me. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, no doubt it's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
Uh, but like all the money in the world, it won't make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Money can help me, I feel, externally.
Yeah.
Like it's not even really real. It's just this concept that we've all agreed upon. Like,
Yeah.
um, it doesn't really exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a custom that we've created, like I said, to, allocate resources.
Yeah.
I think true happiness and that comes from within and being aligned with yourself and your true wants. That's where that energy comes from. Like I can't buy peace with that. I can't buy love with
Okay.
that. I can't buy joy with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it can make things easier. So I'm
Yes.
not shitting on money. Like
Right.
having it is good.
Yeah.
It can give me access to things, but it doesn't replace like work, creativity, and the individual things that make you you.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be regardless. But
Mm.
constantly thinking about not having money or what money could have done for me in the past.
Okay, you got it. Give yourself grace.
What money could have done for me in the past. So, like it stops me from, kind of making that call to the universe to, give me resources, money as a tool now for a future that I want to create.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of shy away from, or I'm like, the idea of it, it sounds really good. Oh, have money, don't have any problems. But I feel deep down inside that that's not true.
I feel you. I feel you. That's I feel like that is a really a good understanding, and I think a lot of people get there, and you hear a lot of celebrities saying that, like, just because I have money my problems didn't go away. But because
Right.
a lot of our problems do stem from the lack of money, we find it hard, or we tend to find it hard to relate. We're like, no, you doing something else, because if I had your money I'd be good, but that's exactly right, though. Your insides take more work than money could ever help you with.
Right.
Takes a lot more work.
Right. Right. So yeah, what has been the impact of this for you?
Okay. So the impact for me is similar to yours in some ways, or it kind of touches on what you touched on. But I think for me, I realized I may never have all the money in the world to create this exact reality. But I walk every day with the understanding that I could change or even make better one other person's life. So, for instance, like years ago, I made this vow to God or the universe, that I would feed anyone who asks me for food. And I honor that as best I can. When I see a person down on their luck and they ask me for food, I always say yes. There's literally no hesitation. And I feel like my life has actually been extraordinarily blessed because of that. I also do save money in hopes of buying land, maybe not as grandiose as my fantasy, but large enough for a small community to thrive in, just the way like I described. So basically, I do what I can with what I have, and when I have more, I'll do more. I feel like a lot of times we limit ourselves to what we can't do, often because we feel powerless in the grand scheme of not being Jeff Bezos, like Amazon billionaire, for those of you who may not recognize the name. Meaning sometimes we see our small budget or our small circle of friends or our small whatever it is, and we feel limited. So we just give up on any chance of living out our dream because it doesn't look like the full vision. So like, yeah, I may not be able to have, a homeless shelter right now, but when I see a homeless person, I can look them in the eye and say, I see you as a human person. I acknowledge you. You are here and you're worth it. And that's my piece that I can do. I didn't need money for that. I don't need $1 billion to give somebody a $5 McDonald's meal when they're hungry. I don't need $1 million for that. But God has blessed me enough so that I can do that little bit. So I realized I may never have the 100 acres black retreat space, but to the man or the woman that I feed or made feel human again, I still made, a difference. And that's the impact for me. You had a question. What? Wait. What?
No, it wasn't a question. Like you said it. Like you just said so many key points. It's
Yeah.
like it sounds like you have your dream already. Like you're
Mm,
already and then you said it. It's like we want like the full picture
mm,
and we want it immediately. And I
right.
think that's what having a lot of money does for us. It makes us think, oh, we're gonna get everything we want instantly, immediately, without any work,
Right.
without any foundation. And it's
Right.
like you can't put any weight on anything without foundation.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, it's fun to think about it. But like, let's think about like what we're doing now, the steps you're taking now. So, hey, you said you've set up this fund, it's a modest fund, so that if any homeless person comes up to you, because that's a really hard thing to do, to come up to somebody and ask them for food, and
Exactly.
say, and something just tells them, you know what, I'm gonna ask that
Mm-hmm.
one right there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, yeah, sure, what you want, what meal you want,
Yeah.
like that right there is powerful. That's a little bit of your dream right there. And then
Right.
maybe somebody over here, that you're doing that, and they'll strike up a conversation with you. And then you'll find out that that person works for some company or bank or whatever and said, hey, we're giving out grants,
Mm-hmm.
then,
Mm-hmm.
it can spiral from there.
Right.
It's like, I think money sometimes stops us from seeing the steps, or the thought of having money makes us think we can skip steps.
That's true. That's very true.
So
That's
whether
very true.
I won the lottery today,
Mm-hmm.
say like, my dream is to put out an album, I'm still
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to fucking take the steps to, I can't probably just, use all my money and put out an album, and there's no guarantee it's gonna be good.
Exactly.
I could put out a whole album saying the alphabet backwards and forwards, to
Right.
me banging on pots and spoons. I could do that. I could
Right.
do that with money. I could
Right.
totally do that. I could probably afford some features and shit.
Yeah.
I could. I'll probably get like Blue Ivy featured on it. For probably
Uh-uh.
not. I can't afford
Not
her,
Blue
but I could probably
Ivy.
get North. I'm pretty sure I could probably get North.
Easy.
But easily. Easily. But is it gonna be good?
Yeah.
No. If
Right.
I want it to be good, I'm gonna have to put effort into it. I'm gonna have to write, still have to like, network, work with people, be in that creative space, put that energy into it. Money cannot give me that.
That's true. It can't. It just simply can't. I mean, and like Rena said, there's no shitting on money over here because I very much
All
so
right.
financially
Yeah.
secure and I work hard. Rena tell you I work a lot because I want to live in a position where I feel comfortable financially. But it is not the end all be all. I don't
Right.
know. Does that bring us to our cope? How do you cope? How do you cope with
Well,
all
before we
this?
get there, wait,
Okay,
before we
okay,
get there,
okay,
back it up, back
okay.
it up, back it
You
up, back it
know,
up,
you
back it up.
know. Okay, okay. Bet,
Um,
bet, bet, get up.
like, like I said, money is a tool. It's a powerful tool. It's a
Yes.
tool. Like I feel like when you're working in alignment, like the universe is just like, okay, keep doing that. If you want to keep doing that, I'm gonna keep giving you resources, right? So I guess that leads me to like my question. And then I think this question will lead us into how we cope.
Okay, okay.
What do you think is more valuable, money or like power from source?
I mean, that's so easy. But
And
do
by
you want to
source,
go?
I mean like Gus, God, universe, spirit, or source. I'm really liking the sound of source lately rather than spirit,
Why?
but
Okay,
it's
we'll
still
do that
Gus.
another day. Okay, Gus. Um, so do you want me to answer first? Because that was
Yeah, I want
super
you to
easy.
answer.
I mean, that's
Damn.
so obvious. The power from source. Like there, I mean, even just growing up and watching my mom, like, yo, this lady made moves. She made moves and I don't know
Wait,
how.
and let me just back up. What's source for you? Let's just to like spell it out for people.
God.
Because people could think it's like a hip hop magazine from like
Oh Lord.
the
God,
90s.
universe, the powers that be, the powers that we are given, our connection to the divine, all of those things. That for me,
That's the
I mean, I still
source.
say God because that was how I was raised and, but I definitely think power from source is it's gonna be a just an infinite. Wow, Jesus, I had a moment. Just an infinite amount of times more powerful. Did that make sense? It's going to
Yes.
be
It's
infinitely
infinitely more
more
powerful.
powerful than money could ever be. Because while you're searching money, God is giving, or God, Gus, source, whatever you want to call it, is giving me connections. I didn't need money to get the same shit you got. Do you know how, like, I really have been blessed with connections throughout my, I know people in so many states. Right now, I could call on so many people and be like, yo, I need X, Y, and Z, and they'll be like, I got you where you need me at. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and that's not for me necessarily. That is definitely a divine connection that has been made. Sometimes people will come to me like, you know what? I just feel X, Y, and Z. That didn't come from me, and that didn't come from them. That came from source. So for me, it's definitely gonna be power from source. If you just talk about power in the natural realm, I feel like money could overpower power.
What do you mean? What do you talk about the
No, you
natural
answer
realm?
first. Like, because you're
Look,
saying from source, which is spiritual. That's very spiritual. That's not anything to do with us human beings. I'm saying like powerful, like the president. You know what I'm saying? But the president, I could literally pay money and blackmail him, have somebody give me information about him. Or you know what I'm saying? Like money can overpower, or I don't want to say overpower because we're about to say power again, but money can corrupt power. You get what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get to keep power just because you got money.
right. Yeah, I still feel like power from source trumps that.
Right. That's all I was saying. I was saying anything from source is gonna be greater than anything in the natural world. Right?
Oh,
Or no, how do
I
you
guess I
feel?
guess when you say natural world, I think that's what throws me off.
Or the physical world
The
or this
physical
the
world, the
physical world.
external world.
Yeah,
Yes.
because when I say natural, I just mean not supernatural, like not spiritual.
Got you, got you.
Yeah.
Okay. That clears it up because I'm
Okay.
like,
I was super
what?
confused. Like, what's happening
Right, I
here?
was. I was like, wait a minute. I mean,
Right.
yeah, for me, I think I already, I gave my stance on it.
Yeah.
I think power from source, it's definitely more valuable. Like I said, money's just a tool. And it's
Sure.
also just something we agreed upon. If all of a sudden we just decided, oh, yeah, we're not doing money anymore, we're doing Bitcoin,
Right.
that'll shift everything
Yeah.
because it shifts everything in like a man-made system, but not in like a true, like, I guess, spiritual, I guess, system.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I
So this is
just I feel like to take money and say it's like shortchanging source. Like source is like, don't you know like I created money? Like,
right. I'm the creator of all things.
right. So
Right.
it's like, come on, man. Really?
Right. Really, son?
Uh right. It's like the chicken and the egg. I feel like money is the egg and source is the chicken. Or actually I don't know because I don't know which comes
Which came
fucking
first?
first.
I was like, you
So
don't have
never
to answer
fucking
that
mind.
question first.
Never mind. I
Okay.
take that back. I take that back. I take
Oh,
that
you
back.
made a whole nother what came first. Wow.
Definitely
Wow.
not money.
Definitely not
But
money. Okay, so then, well, how do you cope? How do you cope with this? How do you cope with your understanding as you work through this? How do you cope with it? How did you address it? Like, what's up with you for that?
So I'm addressing this whole money thing, but trying not to worry about it. First of all, because
Okay.
like I said earlier, I think ruminating on it, worrying about not having it, worrying about if what I could have done with it in the past and all of that just keeps me away from having money. I
Hmm.
think it just sends out something to the universe that says, I don't want money and I
Yeah.
don't like that. So I've spent so much time, like I said, worrying about money. And it's led me to make decisions where I've made myself miserable in the pursuit of it, and just to not even have a lot of money,
Dang.
the shit that I put myself through just to
Yeah.
just have a little bit of money.
Yeah.
It's like people who like rob somebody and like over like, $30 and then there's
Right.
an accident and then you go to jail for life. It's like it's $30,
Right. Right.
Um, like I said, yeah, I think yeah, yeah, I think worrying about not having money all the time only serves to tell the universe that I don't have money.
Hmm.
And it doesn't help me to gain more. I figure that my purpose for existing, for being, is more than a job or working. Not
Okay.
like more like working a job, because I
Hmm.
feel like there's a difference. There's the work that you're here to do, and then there's
Yeah.
the work you do for money.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm employed by the universe or source or
Yeah.
Gus,
Yeah.
and I'm leaning into trusting that my employer will pay me on time.
Hello, somebody. You better
Like,
preach, Rita.
I'm just saying, right there, the infinite defined resources, because these companies can go bankrupt or you can get laid off or whatever.
Right.
But I'm source, you shouldn't be getting laid off. You need to
Right.
run me my money, whatever the currency is, you know. Um, so yeah, I think I'm also questioning, what I believe I need money for, and then asking myself, do I really need money for that? Is there another way? What can I do in the present that can help me make progress while the universe runs me my money?
Yeah.
Like what steps can I take? Not
Right.
how, I'm not focusing on how it's gonna work out.
Hmm.
I'm just worrying, I'm focusing, not worrying, focusing on what I need to do.
Right.
you know I truly believe there's something else I was created to do, no
Mhm.
matter how big or small, just
Yeah.
by existing.
Hmm.
And the universe wants me to be able to do that, so I'm not gonna, like I said, not worry about the how. I'm just gonna focus on the what,
Hmm.
and just trust that I will have those resources, the resources I need to accomplish that goal. my,
Yeah.
my focus is more on getting myself in alignment, getting myself to a position of peace and joy, raising my vibration, my frequency,
Hmm.
you know, so that I'm compatible with source,
Okay.
so that I'm doing what I am supposed to be doing,
Right.
and just then it'll be raining money. Then I'll get
Okay.
my money or
Right.
whatever I need, because
Whatever
just having
resources.
money, yeah, because just having money isn't enough. Like if
Hmm.
somebody were to just drop a million, I'm not even gonna say that, because somebody did drop $1 million, I'd be
And they
hella
turn
happy.
it in. Oh wait, I thought you was talking about that
Wait,
story. But go
somebody
ahead.
somebody found $1 million to turn it in?
Yes. I said you got me bent and twisted. If the Lord gonna bless me, hallelujah. Hey, thank you, Jesus. Hey, glory. Hallelujah. No, honestly, I
That's a
probably
lot
would
of,
turn
you
it
gotta
in
have a lot of
too.
faith.
I would turn it into because that's a lot
And
of
they give you
money.
like $500 out of
Right.
that, and you be
I'd be
like,
like,
really? But
you make me mad with that 500. But
but
no,
I
go
don't
ahead.
know. I feel like that, like, I don't know. Like I don't know if the universe would like
Now listen. In Atlanta, a armored truck opened on the highway, and
Oh,
now that's money where I know it's insured, and people gonna get their money back definitely, quick, in a hurry. But if it's something like on the side of the road, I don't know what that is. That could be somebody's money to get their child back. I don't know what kind of dealings are happening. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what's happening in the wild like that, or drug money, and now they about to come kill me and my family, hang us upside down, and I'd rather not.
I feel like, yeah, with large quantities of money like that, there's
I'd be
always
careful.
somebody looking for it.
Exactly.
So I'm just kind of like, yeah, I would give that to the police too, just for my safety. and
quick.
go ahead and give me this good old reward money
Give me
or
that
not.
behind.
Yeah, I take that free and
Right.
clear.
Right. Under control. Mhm.
Right. You
But
know. Do
it
you
was
think people be returning all the money though?
yeah. If
You
it's
think
like in
people
a package, if it's in a package like that, I think if it's,
okay.
opened or something, maybe.
Shrink wrapped?
Yeah,
If
if
it's
it's
not shrink wrapped, they not returning all that money.
they're
They
like, it
definitely
was
keeping
only
a good 20 grand for
500,000
themselves.
in here. I don't know where the rest went. How you know it was the rest? You see, you gave yourself away. But was that all your coping, or did you have more? What else were you doing to cope?
I think that was the gist of it. Just
Okay.
trying to, well, yeah, I'm just trying to focus on me, getting myself in alignment with what I believe is my purpose. So working on defining what my purpose is, what I believe, what faith is to me.
Yeah.
Um, and just kind of taking everything like step by step, not trying to like, so focus on money so that I can jump to some place I think I'm going to get. Cause I don't think it's going to work that way. It's not that simple. It's not like, oh, I get money, then boom, all of a sudden I have talent and I'm educated in what I need to be educated in.
Right.
No, it's like I still got work to do. So
Yeah.
the money
Yeah.
will,
Money will come. Yeah. Resources will come.
right,
Um, I think how I address the understanding or address this is by understanding that feeling small can make you feel so limited. So I cope with the understanding by overstating people. When people do something good for someone else and they underestimate the power of that, I overstate it. They'll say something like, "Yeah, I just did this little thing," and making it a small thing. And I like to remind folks like you didn't have to do it at all. But you
right,
did, and you made a difference in someone's life. You could have turned a blind eye to the needs of your fellow man, and yet you took the time to encourage someone, get them a bite to eat when they were hungry, or you let someone cry on your shoulder after a long day. I cope by understanding that we don't need all the money in the world to make a difference in the lives of the people around us or to make a difference in our lives. I get up every morning and go run outside. I don't need a gym for that. I don't need money for that. Outside
true,
is just there.
true,
That's a difference in my life that I'm making every day by strengthening myself and becoming stronger every single day. If one person touches the next somebody, the world can and will be a brighter place, even if it's the
right,
smallest thing. It's like
right,
looking over there at you and you did one nice thing. That person, it's just a ripple effect. If we can all just do one nice thing, have a smile for the next person, or have
yeah,
have encouraging words, or just kindness, or just patience or grace, you know, we can get to the dream.
true.
Did you send me that Tabitha Brown video where she was saying, I'm 41 and my dreams are just now coming true?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. I
That
said that to
flows.
you.
Yes. And it
And
flows into
she,
this because it's just saying like she took her steps every
yeah,
day. She didn't have that dream every day for what she said, 21 years, 22 years, but every day she put a little bit of effort in. And that is all I am striving for. That is all I'm encouraging my friends, my family, anybody listening to the podcast to do. Put in that little bit of work every day. Money is
right,
not gonna do it all.
right,
Again, not
exactly.
no money, but money's not gonna do it all. Our work, our physical labor, our mental labor, our heart labor is just as important, if not more.
Energy, labor, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like money alone will not do it.
Right.
It's a great tool though.
Hmm.
And the more you work in alignment, the more resources will be given to it. It's kind of like, I used to work for the federal government or
Hmm.
just any company or government, there's usually like a budget,
Yeah.
and the more like one unit is doing, get accomplishing, and the more resources they need, the more they get. So every
Right.
year, the harder you work, the more you get. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's how it works,
Yeah.
and I just feel like if yeah, you may not be a billionaire when you depart from this earth, but if everybody did nothing but feed a homeless person,
Mhm.
once when they asked for it, you would have done so much,
Mhm.
so much.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it does. I think we always have these big grandiose dreams because, like you said, and
Mhm.
diminish like the stuff that we're doing now.
Right. Right.
And that always just makes us think we're lacking or that
Mhm.
we're not doing anything,
Right.
and that just causes you to just give up. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you were maintaining something,
Mhm.
you were working on something, you were building something.
Yeah. And like you said, laying those foundational building blocks helps it to stand strong in the end. I can have this huge dream and not have put in any work for this land, for this understanding of how to get. I mean, right now I'm building contacts. I'm building people that I know right now who would come and help. And I can't do this on my own. And I recognize that. So putting in the
Right.
foundational work to make the dreams come true takes time.
Right. So when you get your land,
Mm-hmm.
or you need people to come till it, live on it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, clear it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know shit about land. You're going to have that community. You got people
Right.
who trust you, who
Mm-hmm.
trust your vision, who've seen you make shit happen. Like if I've seen you make shit happen, like on an increasingly bigger scale, well, you try to create a whole damn like cult campus, I'm going to be there because I'm like, I've seen Just do this like 15, 50, 11 times,
Right. With
she's
no
going to pull
money.
this off.
Right.
Right. I've seen
Right.
her do it. And now, the universe is giving her billions.
Right.
Hell yeah, I'm going to follow that.
Ha. Hey, Glory, I
Right.
accept. I
But
accept it.
if
Hallelujah.
somebody won $1 billion lottery, right, and they just all of a sudden started a company, it is that cousin, that you have that ain't really been good with money, and or that friend or that
Right.
parent or uncle, whatever, and all of a sudden they talk about they want you to quit your job, work with them. You may be like,
You
I know
can
you
have
got
her
billions, but billions can go fast.
quick when you
You
being
know,
dumb.
you got a whole
Ask
lot of
Trump.
right. It's like, what is
Why
your
he been
company
bankrupt so
exactly?
many times. Like, sir.
By design. By design.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not just having money. It's like how you need to know how to use it,
Yeah. Agreed.
and what to use it for.
Right. Right.
But I mean, it's good to think about, like, to visualize, help you visualize what you want.
That's
I
true.
think it's good to think about it.
Yeah, of
Definitely.
course. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick recap.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna
Rena,
do that.
okay, so I'm gonna do a quick recap.
I don't
So
remember
Rena's
what I said.
Rena's understanding was that money would really just create an entirely different life than what she has now. She would be all these things that she's not yet. And I'm doing that in quotes if you're watching the video. She's not a writer yet, not an artist yet, not a musician, but that's not true. She
That
is
part.
those things. She's all of the things she already thinks she is. And she's recognizing through defining it and through the impact and how she's coping with it that she doesn't need money to be all of those things. She is what she is what she is. The work, the effort will not come with money. She's going to have to do that with or without the money in order to be the great one of those things that she wants to be. Yes, Rena.
Right. And to add, I was just with the wrong employer. I was over here trying to be with y'all human like employers. I needed to get with Source. I signed a contract, not with the Illuminati and none of that.
Oh God.
But not really a well, I guess prayer is a contract, you can say.
Mhm.
So yes, I'm aligning myself with Source.
Right. And so for me, I basically just feel like I want a huge idea of a black, utopia, if you will. And through me defining and seeing how I would, how, what the impact was and how I would cope, recognizing that the deeds that I do every day are building me up to where I want to be. And even if I never reach that pinnacle, I am still doing great good. I am still doing great work and I am still following after my ideals. Money is not going to create me being a philanthropist. I can be a philanthropist with my time, with my energy, with my love. And so I think that's how we basically summed it up, understanding that money is not going to create who we are. We are who we are, and the effort and energy that we put into our building blocks or our foundation, as Rena said, is what really creates us as human beings.
Right. And as soon as you send me that $5, you could be a philanthropist right now.
I got you that dollar. I
Oh,
didn't forget.
250?
I got you that dollar. I do not bargain. I
So
do not. I do not negotiate with terrorists. Okay, so now.
wait a minute. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. But okay, so
No, you're
now
not.
I know I'm like hella hype now, but we're gonna wind it on down. We're gonna get you guys do some breathing. If you're new, this is one of my favorite parts of the
Ooh,
episode. Oh, okay, maybe we're
I
we're
got one
not
more
there
piece to
yet.
you. I just
Okay,
got one more thing to say to you.
okay.
I just want to say that you're gonna get there. Like, cause I know you said you may not get to your dream, but you'll get there. It may not be the way you think it's gonna be, but you'll get there, and you'll know it when you get there. You'll feel it.
Thank you, Rena. I accept that. I accept that into my heart, into my understanding of life. I appreciate that. That's dope. That's
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for real now, we're gonna wind it on down. We're gonna do a little bit of breathing. We're gonna do a little bit of intention setting. And then we're gonna let you guys go about your day. Okay, so what I like to do is take a big deep breath. Take a big deep breath with me. We'll take a second deep breath. We'll take our last deep breath. And now we'll set our intentions. My intention is to continue to build upon the dreams with or without the financial backing. Because with the backing from source, finances, resources will always appear for me.
And my intention is to keep doing the work on myself, the internal work, keep aligning myself with source, um, and just keep believing that source will run me my money because I need it to complete the task that I was sent here to do. So,
Yeah.
right, that wasn't a threat at all,
Oh,
but
Jesus.
that's just, it's an understanding.
Yeah.
That is my intention. I am complete.
Okay, we're going to take another big deep breath. Take another deep breath with me. We'll take a second deep breath. And we'll take our last deep breath. Take a big one. All right. Our intentions have been set for the day. Go out there and flourish, sis. Today doesn't have to be a mess.
But it's okay if it is.
Show Liz, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We appreciate you guys coming back every time that we
Yes.
release an episode. It has been really incredible to grow with you guys. For those of you joining us on the lives, we love to hear your input. And just a plug of when it is. It's every Sunday after the episode drops. That's every Sunday. That's going to be 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Pacific Time. You can find us and join the live. That's going to be at It's a Mess Sis podcast. That's on Instagram, how you could follow us, watch the live, join in. We'd love to hear your understanding about money and resources and how that has impacted your life and just how you've defined it and all those things.
Yes.
And then if you want to reach us and tell us we would love to hear some new topic ideas. We definitely take from you guys, what you may need to hear. So if you want to send us any topic ideas, that can be at Gmail. That's going to be it's a mess sis at Gmail. Send us your ideas, send us your thoughts. And then we can also be reached on Facebook and Twitter at it's a mess sis as well. So let me go over that again because I feel like I stuttered. On Facebook, Twitter, and Gmail, you can find us at It's a Mess Sis. And on Instagram, that's going to be It's a Mess Sis Podcast. So yeah, look us up.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us Sunday. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we love interacting with you all. And I just have to say, like, this is just such a joy to do. Like, I've really been thriving just making these episodes. And I feel like with every episode, we get better.
Man.
I
Yeah.
feel like, I feel like this is just like one of my steps. I feel like, I'm doing my best to be vulnerable here and create content. And, like, I just think it's just amazing how it's paid off. Maybe not in money yet, but just in interacting with you all. So I just want to thank everybody for that. Thank you too, Jess, for being there, I guess.
Not I guess. See, I was about to be sweet back to you, but I guess to you too. Anyway.
Wow.
No, this has been really dope. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you guys on the flip side.
Right.
Peace.
It's a mess.
Hey, that's why I
It's a
can't
mess.
sing.
It's okay. He's gonna talk over my singing though. Okay, it's ready now.